Hello everyone. This session we will be covering the stopwatch classes, the different classes that are involved in the stopwatch. And then we'll also explore a little bit more about the basic functionality of stopwatch app class. There are two classes in this application. One is the stopwatch application, which is responsible for providing the GUI and then handling the events from the GUI. So it involves both the events that are related to the window and the entire window functionality that we are looking at, and then the buttons functionality. When we click on certain button, what happens? So those things are covered in the stopwatch application clause. Then the stopwatch clause is mainly responsible for incrementing the time. So you have seen the stopwatch, the GUI shows everything else. Here is this. So this entire rendering, what happens when we click, all those things are maintained by the stopwatch application class. Whereas the stopwatch app is responsible for when to increment the time. Let us say it is at 6 seconds now. At what instance it has to go to 7 seconds. So this entire threading functionality or the threads functionality is there in the stopwatch class, and we will look into that in next few minutes. Now first let's take a look at the stopwatch application. Let's cover the basic window methods. We will cover GUI and GUI event handling in our next session. Okay. The stopwatch basic application, the watch app, and for that matter, all these window applications would have a main method, a constructor, and a method to center the window, and confirm dialog to close the window, and then the closing window. These are going to be common for all of these applications. You already have seen these things again, so this time I just want to make sure that we will cover it once again, and after this every time we will just refer to these things and then move on to the core functionality of the application. So at this point of time, let's revisit this main, constructor, center window, confirm dialog, and closing a window, and then let us just understand this. Let's go to IDEA. Here we are in IDEA. Okay. This is the stopwatch app. So this is in COM, Tuxila, Java by example projects package. And then we have a stopwatch package. Here we have stopwatch app. This one extends JFrame. As you have seen, it is the JFrame that provides us the window functionality. Then the first thing is, let's look at the main method. So the main method, we have created a variable that shows of this type of the same class, stopwatch app. We have created a variable, and then we have set the default close operation to do nothing on close, and then we are centering the window, center window, stopwatch app, and then we are setting the application to visible. By setting it visible, it is going to be appearing on the screen. This is the main method, and in most of the applications in the main method, this is what we will be doing. Every time we will create an instance of the corresponding class. In this case, it is the stopwatch app. Okay, and then we will center it. Then we have the constructor. The main method, when we create a new stopwatch app, what happens? Let's take a look at it. This is the constructor. When we use new keyword to create an instance of stopwatch app, first it is the constructor that gets called. So when we get to the constructor, what we have here is we are going to set the title to the application title. Application title is a final string variable, and we have set it to stopwatch application. This is what we have done. So we have set it to the title, and then we are setting the size of the window. We are setting the width and then height of the window. And then we are initializing the GUI. We will get to the initializing the GUI at a later point of time. Okay, and then we are also setting the time. We will also look into these two functions at a later point of time. Then we have center window method. We are familiar with the center window method. When we call center window method, we pass a window. Okay, So when you look at this, here we created show stopwatch app, which is JFrame, extends JFrame. JFrame extends window. So hence, when you pass show stopwatch app to center window, it is a window that we are passing it. So when we get a window, first we get the dimension of the screen. This is what the entire screen dimension we will get it. Now we have to place this window in the center of the screen. Now both the screen and the window have height and width. So now what we do is, first we get the width. So horizontally, when we want to spread it, we take the width of the screen minus the width of the frame and divide it by 2, so that we will get the appropriate location. So if you assume that this is the midpoint, the window would be half of the width will be on the left of the midpoint, and then half of the window will be on the right of the vertical midpoint, or the vertical line. Let's say if we divide it horizontally, then we have the height. In the height, also we want the window half to be higher than the midpoint, and then half to be lower than the midpoint. So to achieve this, what we do is we take the height, which is y, okay, dimension get dot height minus frame dot get height, we get it, and then we divide it by 2, and that is where we place the window. That is frame dot set location of x comma y. This way the window is going to be in the middle of the screen. Then we have the confirm on close method, that is the window adapter. So we add the window adapter either in the initialize GUI or in one of the methods, we will add it to the window. Now let us take a look at the window adapter method that is here. Sorry, window adapter class. It is confirm on close is the window adapter class that we have created. This is an internal class. When we say internal class, this is this is an inner class. So this is within this class, that is stopwatch app. Window adapter we have extended to create confirm on close class, and we are overriding the window closing method. Because we are using confirm on close class as the window adapter in this particular class, every time we close a window closing method would get an opportunity to handle that event. So this method gets called first, and then it gets the window event E. Here, first thing that we're going to ask here is we are showing a confirm dialog, show confirm dialog of the JOption pane. This is a method in JOption pane, and we are asking the question, are you sure you want to exit? Are you sure you want to exit? And if the answer is confirm, that is if the answer is yes, then the confirm variable, that is the option pane dot show confirm dialog method, would return 0. If that is 0, then we will dispose the window. Dispose is a method in window, that is from the window event we will get e.getWindowOff would give us a handler to the window, and then we call dispose method on the window, and then we are going to exit from the application. If not, we don't do anything and the show confirm dialog gets closed. That is the functionality of the JOption pane show confirm dialog method. The confirm dialog that appears closes, and then the original window that called this is going to be still on the screen. But if the user has chosen yes for this question, are you sure you want to exit, then we will dispose the window and then exit from the application. This is about the basic functionality. As you have seen, we have covered the main method, we covered the constructor, we covered the center window, and then we covered the confirm on close. In our next session, we will be covering something about the creating GUI, that is initialize GUI, create display panel, create buttons panel, and how we are going to be handling those buttons. Okay? And then after that, we will cover stopwatch, and then we will cover the time increment methods. That's all for in this class. and we will cover the rest of the topics in our upcoming sessions. Thank you and have a good day.